Welcome back to Undiagnosed Baddie, which is my daily 10-minute podcast about whatever I want to talk about for that day. I appreciate the likes, the subscribes, and all of the comments that come along with the daily 10-minute podcast. Nice, short, and sweet. Today, we are still going to continue talking about convenience and paying for convenience, but on an adult level. What are you talking about, Bella? Well, I'm talking about men paying for the convenience, companionship, and attention of women. That's what I'm talking about. Am I talking about prostitution? No, I am not. What I'm talking about is men paying for a service of wanting to be around someone. Shout out to Dougie because Dougie always talked about how sometimes I just want to pay somebody to go out, have dinner with me, or do whatever adult consenting. He was always about consent, paying someone for their time for the things that he wants. It doesn't make someone a prostitute. And what he liked was the convenience of being able to spend whatever amount of time, 10, 15, 20 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours with someone. And when he was done and he could walk away. There was no headache of a relationship, no headache of the emotional pour out, right. If I can't find the right word right now, but the emotional attachment to someone to get that without paying for it. Okay, so I want men to really understand now. Before I make this statement, I want you to understand that I love men. I'm here for men. I'm a lover girl. But men are just not always desirable. They're often insufferable because they say the world is against them. All men. I'm not specifically talking about black men. I'm talking about all men always feel like they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, but they don't do anything to alleviate the weight, such as outsourcing. Hello, do you hear me? Do you see how it's all connected? I know a majority of my viewers are women. The men that do watch don't necessarily comment, and that's cool. Just make sure you keep liking. Make sure you go back through all the other episodes of Undiagnosed Baddie and like the episodes because, you know, that's one way you can support the kid. Also, if you are a man and you don't like the videos or comment on the videos, go to the bottom of the description. Excuse me. Look for my Amazon link and send me something. I need supplies. There are things that I absolutely need, okay? For content and yeah, for content. Basically, that's what it is. Pay for it. Pay for it. I want to know, what has anybody ever, if you're a woman watching this right now, has a man ever propositioned you with paying for your time, attention, and or body? You don't have to say which. I would love if you was detailed in the comments, but let me know if you've ever been propositioned just to be like, hey, I want to, go out. I remember I used to date this guy. All he wanted to do was have dinner with someone. All he wanted to do, he was an older guy, and I was like, okay. And we went to the same restaurant all the time. I want to say, was it was somewhere in Alexandria, and I can't remember where, but we used to always go to the same restaurant, have like the same seats. I might have been his Wednesday date, but there was no sex involved, and we just went out to eat, and he just wanted to talk. And at that time, I was skeptical because I was like, there's no way he just wants to take me out to dinner. But he was lonely, and I guess he got to a point in his life where he either, screwed people over so bad, or just was not a good person, not the person that I knew, and nobody wanted to deal with him. But I always think that it's so funny how men think that they have the right to call women prostitutes and whores and every other Jezebel undesirable word. However, it's also the males that are paying for it. They get to an age, as a woman can always get a counterpart. Always. Always. Whether it's the one we want or not, or have the things that we want them to have or not, women can always get a partner. It's about settling. Men cannot always get a partner. Not all men can always get a partner, but all women can always get a man. And I want to be very clear about that, all right? Because I don't think how does the saying go? The men decides who they marry and the women decide what they're rent. I forgot how it goes. Either way, the men are still paying for it, and I want you ladies to always make sure that they're paying for it. Tax them. And it's the women that aren't taxing men correctly that lets them walk around and think that they could go unscathed in this dating realm where they don't have to do certain things. I once dated a guy, past tense, hello, that all he ever did was take me out to eat. Now, but he wanted so much more. He wanted me to be the emotional support, the mental support, the physical support, if you hear me, right? Like, he wanted me to be silly and he wanted to be Mr., if you following me, okay? And I was like, well, does a meal really equate everything that you're asking for? No, it doesn't. And so when you withdraw your body, when you withdraw your time, when you withdraw your energy, you will be on the most hated list. FBI #1, we're coming and gunning for you, bitch, because I hate your ass. And you'll be everything horrible under the sun. I'm everything horrible under the sun. I am a good person to my family. I am an outstanding person. And when I say family, I mean the people that have laid their heads in my house. I don't really want to say that I have friends at this point. Like at this point, the friends that I have are extended cousins. Not extended cousins, they're cousins. This is my family. This is my cousin such and such, right? Um Great to them. To the men, I'm not such a great person because for what and for why? Men always ask what can they do to be able to know how to mask and put on a show versus be who they truly are. Men don't have personalities, and thus men don't have what it takes to keep somebody, and that's why women don't want to be bothered. It has gotten so bad. I don't know where I've said this before, that Galentine's had to be created so women are celebrating love with each other because men are not stepping up to the plate to love women how they want to be loved, whether it is a commercial holiday or not. So is the Super Bowl. It's very commercial. It's very rigged. So is NBA All-Star, but it's something that you love and you'll go spend money and you'll travel for it, right? So I just don't understand where men come across and they're not being the men that we desire and we tell them that we want to be. It's a million women, desirable women in the United States saying, we love Valentine's Day. And all of a sudden, men are Jehovah. They're Jehovah Witnesses. And Yeshua says that they can't practice. I just be so over men and the things that they refuse to do for women, which lets me know it's more of a physical thing for them. They don't really like us. They love their male partners, but they like pussy. So pay for it. So pay for it. That's the whole thing. So fucking pay for it. You want a particular woman? Offer it up. What do you want? What else do you have to offer besides a meal? Hey, what do you need? Here's a couple hundred. Pay for it. Pay for the convenience of having the woman that you want. Pay for the woman that you want in your life. You don't have to have kids, but men think that you have to have their baby to prove that you love them. When they will leave you and that baby, when it's known that white men will kill you and that baby. Hello? Let's talk about it. White men don't just leave their families most of the time. They execute them. Pay for the woman for the convenience of not having all the extras that you don't want. Pay for it. Okay?